Good evening and welcome to episode 2 of Winthrop Votes. Todd Sacco here with Scott McLean. How you doing, Scott?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. The weather's been good here for a couple of days finally in Boston, so you can't make fun of us at this point anyway, but you'll have plenty of time to do that.
I always have time to do that.
So good discussion last week, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We had a good discussion. We covered the flag issue in Winthrop, and it's still not a dead issue. It's still, we're going to continue to press on that until we get answers.
Quick side
Yeah.
note. Sorry, Scott. Tomorrow night, there's a meeting at I think it's 5:45. Ordinance Rules and Ordinance Committee. This is on the agenda, so I'm hoping to get my butt there tomorrow night. I got to make sure I get that on the calendar.
Excellent. So yeah, we talked about the flag, how they flew how Phil Boncory went rogue and just decided to do his own thing. And that won't be forgotten anytime soon because, like I said last week, I said it when it happened, and I'll say it again. It's never good when any politician, local, state, federal, goes rogue and does their own thing. They think people aren't paying attention. They think people forget. They think they're going to brush it under the table or there'll be a distraction. But this show, we don't forget. I think we also, in on that subject, you had a very good take that the cultural center.
Yes.
It could have been flown there, could have been anywhere, but that issue will be addressed again. We also talked about, we kind of touched on. Oh, by the way, we're streaming live right now over Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
So these will be on YouTube.
There. Hi, Kelly.
Yeah, there you go.
We got a hi.
Yeah, there you go. But these are going to be on YouTube. These aren't going away. These shows, we're not going away. These shows aren't going away. And we're going to, again, since this is only our second show, and I don't mean to take over this thing but I want to stress that we're not here to bash anybody. We're not here to take sides. We're coming into this, although people watching might know what viewpoints we have or how we think. That's not what this is. This is straight down the middle. We want to know what's going on. We want to make Winthrop politics transparent for the people. And if we can do it, then we will. But they aren't going to go in hide in the shadows anymore.
No, and interestingly, on the heels of our discussion last week, I got a couple of folks locally who are running. One is running, one's considering running, that want to come on and be heard from their side. So it should start getting real interesting. Looking forward to it.
And that's what we want. We invite anybody to come on. All they have to do is contact you or me through our Facebook page, Facebook messaging. If they have your phone number or text, we'll set up an email. If anybody wants to come on from the Winthrop Town Council, the school committee, the Public Works Department, anything relevant to Winthrop, we'd be more than glad to have them on. And this is not an ambush show either.
No.
We're not going to do that. So we want this to be a professional.
I might need to retire.
Something totally different than what I usually do. So
go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. What is going on? And you touched on this last week. What's going on with what happened with the town manager? Now this is what I heard. People were texting me recently, and I have gotten messages on Facebook since the first show. I think you had said the guy bolted a half hour before they released it, that he was resigning.
Yeah.
Now, did he have some sort of golden parachute? Because he got paid. I've never heard of a town manager or anybody that doesn't have it written into their contract that they get paid after they resign. And he evidently got paid off. Am I wrong in this?
No. So he quit. That's what he did. He said, I got to go. And he quit. And And of course, the hearsay and rumor mills got going pretty quickly. And
Winthrop.
yeah, small town on fire. And, where there's smoke, there's fire sometimes, right? But the long and the short of that part of the story is he quit. And here's what we know, or what, I want to be careful here because I want it to be factual. Here's what I know to be true at this point. So, yes, he quit. Yes, he received a payout. And yes, it was because it would be better than going to court. So those three things are facts. Now, I guess I'd like, if there's enough, if anybody out there watching wants to try to answer this question, and I don't want it to be leading because I have my opinions, but why would the town pay somebody to quit? And I'll stop there. Why? Why would that happen?
I wish I could get paid to quit. I would have had a lot of jobs in my life. That's if I could just quit.
If I had a nickel.
Oh, that.
Yeah, if I had a nickel. So clearly someone had something somehow, somewhere. I mean, we can go all over the place with this. I mean, we can draw all kinds of crazy conclusions. And all of it would be hearsay, of course, but and I don't want to try to do that. But the fact of the matter is a check was stroked, and here is the piece de resistance. There are 9 counselors. 9 counselors didn't see a shred of evidence from the other side and clearly voted to approve this payout.
Explain that. Give me a little more detail on that.
Sure.
As much as you have, as much as you can.
Well, when you are the town manager, you report to the town council through the town council president. So when you resign, right, you quit. You're quitting the council. Anytime there's an expenditure that has to go out, the council has to vote to approve it. Okay. So the reasons, there has to be reasons. So we had to pay him, and it's hard to explain because we don't know exactly what the situation is, but we had to pay him to avoid a court case. There obviously had to be some evidence, right, for our town attorney to tell us not to go to court, if indeed that's how it played out. There would have to be some evidence. And I'm pretty certain that that's how it played out because I know they didn't vote. No one saw it. I've asked a couple of counselors, and no one has seen any evidence.
They didn't vote on what?
They voted on, in this particular case, they voted on...
Payment.
The payment, yes. Uh-huh. They voted to say, okay, so all 9 counselors said, yeah, let's settle. I don't care. I don't need to know what evidence Austin Faison has that he might sue us for. I think it's a better plan to stroke a check than to fight to save the town of Winthrop money.
That's taxpayer money, right?
Right. I don't know. Did I get to the heart of the question there?
I believe so. It's just, again, so does the town council president run this thing? Is he the one that initiates this? Or when the town manager quits, so it goes to the town council, and the town council supposed to discuss this, or it's just he's gone and that's it. We have nothing to say about this anymore.
Well, typically, right? If someone quits, that's what should happen. Okay, he quit. All right, what do we owe him legally? What does his contract call for? In this particular case, I can tell you there wasn't anything in his contract that said, yeah, we'll give you 6 months salary and some benefits and, I don't know. And I think it amounted to 100 and if you figured in benefits and we're getting we just got a question from Tangi. I think it amounted to a total of like $130K when you figure in the salary, the vacation, and the benefit extension. The extension of the benefits, medical benefits, 120, 130, something like that. I mean, it is cheaper than 2 point something million, which was one of our recent blunders.
a lawsuit that town of Winthrop lost.
Yeah, Officer Rackhouse sued for I don't know. I think it was sex discrimination based on sex or something like that.
All right. So they just said, let's pay him. So he
Yeah.
gets a check for 130, walks off, and nobody knows. I mean, how many people was this in the? Okay, this is a whole nother issue. It's not really political, but it is tied in a way. Does the Winthrop transcript cover this stuff?
No,
So
it covers the bottom of your bird cage.
so they're not. So we're probably doing more reporting on this than them.
Yeah, I mean, even if you get reporting, it's not very investigative. It's not really newsworthy. It's kind of more of an announcement, you know. And candidly, if you read the transcript, it's great that they put all those good stories in there, and uh, um, the family stuff and the sailing programs and the brigadas. That's all wonderful, but it's also important for the general public to be informed. And we are an aging population; that there are a fair amount of people that still actually read a printed newspaper. It's not the largest amount of people, but there are people online reading the transcript too. So no, they don't really. They've never been excellent at reporting hard and investigative news.
Okay. Let me ask you another question. What's going on with our state rep, Bon Corey? Is he looking for another job?
So he has found. Okay, I got to be careful
Because now
yeah.
this is relevant because if you have someone that's representing Winthrop, which is all we're speaking on, and they're looking for another job, and they're still in office, that's like me having a lawyer in a law case, and all of a sudden the lawyer calls me a year in and says, I think I'm going with this other law firm. So I'm, so, whoa, what about me? Like, what about my case? It's kind of like what happens when a rep looks for another job, right? So is that the case?
So on this one, we got a question. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
No, I have not just yet, Kathleen. I have not gotten my hands on that yet.
Can we get that on a Freedom of Information Act?
We can. And by the way, I'm trying to give the town hall a break with my request, but I just filed one for. I'm curious what the evidence is that was used for the town's legal team to encourage us to accept a settlement type of situation or a payout or separation agreement, whatever it is, legally called. I'm curious to see the evidence, so I'm waiting for that. But I do plan on getting that. So back to the question you asked, and of course, because I ramble, I forget. What did you ask me again, Scott?
What's going on with Bon Corey,
the
state?
So first of all, he is leaving for a job. He's going to the private sector. I forget the name of the company. I think it's a biotech company. Candidly, we disagree vehemently on issues. So for me, it's kind of a good thing, although probably better the devil you know than what we might end up with. But I agree with you that I do agree with you that if you're using our time, to interview, it's kind of lousy. But at the same time, so this is going to kind of sound, I don't know, strange coming out of my mouth.
That's
and it's probably because I'm just happy that he's off. He's not. I don't know. I don't know. But I want to be fair to the guy.
Yeah.
Go find your new job. It's good. It's better for me. It's better for him. It's better. He does have young children that need more of his attention and time. And God bless him for that. I think father first. So yeah. But my only consternation about this now is, okay, how long? What's the update? Like, we know he's mentally checked out at this point. Let him go. Let him do his thing. Let him be with his family during the transition. And let's get someone in there that can go to work for the people.
What's the process once he steps down while he's still in office?
That's an awesome question. As anybody out there knows, please. I would imagine it's an appointment until an election. I don't think they'll call a special election.
Does he appoint his own successor?
Ooh, that's another good question. I wonder. I don't. I would doubt that. Then again, nothing.
Should there be is there an election? Is
Yeah.
there like a I forget the term they use for that? It's happened on all levels.
Yeah.
But we're talking Massachusetts, so they might do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Special election. There you go. Thanks,
Yeah.
Bob.
Thank you, Mr. DeMarco.
Yes.
That's actually one of the gentlemen who'd like to talk to us. So
yeah.
thank you. Thank you, Rob.
Can't wait. You would think that would be the case. So Bill Pumford just commented, could you comment on the latest situation at the golf course?
Yeah,
I think we covered that, right?
We did. All's good. They're the new leadership is I'll net it out just because he was kind enough to ask and participate. Yes. The new leadership down there is doing a great job, and they are making the payments, if not completely paid off. I have the utmost faith in them. I just get concerned about who's going to be running the town in the near term. Which leads to an interesting development too. I think so. We have I can't even count the open seats right now. I think we have 3 plus the president on the council is about 4 and 3 on the committee. So 7 open seats. You only get like 3 or 4 people that have pulled papers. Like there could be open seats.
Okay.
Like after the election.
I just want to help you out. You actually stepped up right at the beginning of the show last week, and you manned up and you admitted, your mistake in jumping the gun on the golf course issue. And it does affect the town because there's taxes, and taxes are related to, yes, how the town runs. So yep, we want to link things, and we might not talk directly about the town, the politicians or the school committee or town council, but we will also be talking about things related to taxpayers' monies, what taxpayers, how it relates to Winthrop. So, yeah, so I just wanted to get you up on that, let people know you did step up and you explained yourself, and we don't want people coming at you from the golf course.
Yeah. So. Oh, yeah. No, please leave me alone. Whoop.
So it looks like the majority of the people said it's a special election.
Special election, yeah.
And Leo Haskell says, I understand there's 6 candidates looking for a seat. A few have reached out to him. Well, they can reach out to us too.
Yeah. Wait, Leo, does that mean they want you to run or help them in the election?
Hottest working man in show business right
Absolutely. Get him out there. I'd love to see him run because he would actually work hard.
Leo. He's too nice, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
Too nice. I've never seen him angry in my entire life.
Does he ever not have a smile on his face?
That's the man right there. He's the man. No problem, Bill. That's it's a legitimate question since Todd took a little heat for that before last week's show. So go on.
So yeah, hold on a second. I want to say, like, as I think about this situation with Faison, just to kind of bring it back to that.
Yeah.
I mean, this all comes down to leadership. Like, when I don't know how close of attention you paid when you lived here. I didn't pay much attention when I was a young, when I was, running through the neighborhood, doing whatever it was I was doing. I wasn't worried about, Robert Noonan and the selectmen or Jerry Ogus, and but I did get to know these guys later in life, and as it turns out, their contributions were solid. The point being, it's been a lack of leadership for a long time. We got this guy Austin somehow. You're gonna like this. This is actually kind of scandalous, if you will. So we got this guy Austin. The town council pretty much had made up their mind, and forgive me, the other person that they were interested in escapes me because this Austin thing was so. Well, anyway, so at the last minute, Mike Lacerdo and Heather Ingram, 2 former council people who, by the way, resigned in shame, brought this guy Austin forward. 2 progressive people brought this guy Austin forward. And the rest is history. So these 2 people who basically had to resign out of embarrassment because they were having an affair on the council.
Let's kind of stay away.
Anyway, so the point being, we've got this guy Austin now, and we couldn't get rid of him. Come in after Ron Vecchia is Phil, who ran on, by the way, I'm going to, he told people during his campaign, I'm going to take care of the situation with the town manager. And he never did. In fact, he seems he made it worse. The point being, this is a lack of leadership situation, is what happened here.
It sounds like that's been the case since he's been in the town council presidency. But
Yeah,
we'll see. He's up for re-election in November?
he is. November it is.
Yeah. So you said that I think you posted the other day that there's people that pulled papers or something.
So Heather Belcher, I think is her name. I think she pulled for precinct 3. You have Julie Barry, who pulled for school committee. I know there's more. Then there's another name I don't recognize for school committee. Rob DeMarco pulled for at large. Then you had Hannah Belcher. Thank you, Kurt. Hannah Belcher. Then you had Rob DeMarco, you have Phil Boncory, and you have Jim Lettieri. If anyone else is watching has any other further information, please share.
And any and all of those people running for any office in the town are more than welcome to come on the show. And it'll be fair as far as we can be. We can't promise that things won't go, a little left if they push, the wrong buttons. But we want to be fair. We want to be able to give everyone a voice. We're not supporting or we're not denouncing. If they want to come on, talk about their issues with us, we might not agree with them, but they'll get, they have their time. They'll have their time. Hold on, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Lane Petrie. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I think she works in Boston schools, or he or she. I'm not sure if that's. Forgive me.
Right. So, I still want to get to the bottom of this. Tracy Honan, the two things that she read into record in the past. One was basically, from my understanding and from how I read it, she basically called Winthrop a racist town and went on some diatribe on her soapbox, virtue signaling. I don't know what evidence she had to do that, to even make an accusation that Winthrop is not a diverse and, inviting town. So I'd like to, if she wants to come on, I would love to have her on to explain herself. And then she read into record something about how we don't support, what happened on January 6th and blah, blah, blah. Really kind of way out there as far as I'm concerned. We're talking Winthrop, Massachusetts. What purpose does that serve?
The point, she actually at one point responded to me and said the point of that was trying to provide comfort to the residents of Winthrop that we take our election seriously and that we will protect and make sure that, I mean, I don't know that anyone was worried about it.
Then go to the transcript.
Yeah.
And do an editorial in the transcript.
Agreed. Don't
read it into record at the town council meeting. You want to get on a soapbox with the transcript, I'm sure would be glad to have you. And I'm sure they'll give you a full page editorial. Right next to the next sailing competition down at the Cottage Park Yacht Club.
Hey, I was just down there for the regatta. It was terrific.
Yeah, it always has been, man. And that's the beauty of Winthrop. Right?
Yes, it is.
It's one of the beauties of that town. It is those little things. The Horribles Parade, Yeah. It's a great little town that anyways.
We still have it. The idea is to try and preserve it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm the sky is falling guy, the chicken that runs through the community screaming the sky is falling, but I don't know. I see our school numbers shrinking. I mean, I don't know.
You can look back and say, and probably back in the the transcript back in the 60s and see, or even look in the newspapers. What we're going through now is the 60s on steroids,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Except it's on it's the 60s 2.0 because of this. What we're doing right now. You just lit up like a Christmas tree, buddy.
Wow. What happened?
I don't know.
Okay, let's fix that.
Ah,
Wow.
you had a God moment right there. It's all right. You're fine.
He's talking to me.
Yeah. But anyways, I would love to get, an explanation as to why she felt compelled to read this stuff into Winthrop Town Council, meeting minutes or record. Makes no sense to me. Winthrop had nothing to do with January 6th,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't know she did this because a lot of people don't pay attention. I'll say it every show. Politics starts at the local level. You got to pay attention to your local politics because those are the people that leapfrog up into the state. And then next thing you know, they're in the federal system and because no one paid attention to them.
Well, a really good example of this, and I know it's a subject that's I guess kind of walks the line about what we do here, but it makes the broader point. We as parents, in general, don't pay a lot of attention. We don't go to school committee meetings in any meaningful numbers, not even close. We don't pay attention until usually it's too late, and that's why.
And that's what they want.
Oh, and they count on
exactly.
that.
They rely on that.
They absolutely and they do. They rely on that, and the bottom line becomes for us, we need to pay attention because now PSA, pay attention. We're going to be talking about going back to school. Parents, if you're watching, just pay attention because masks are on the table again, and I'd rather the parents make the decision for their kids than anyone else. We should decide. Everyone's, we should decide. But anyway, the point being, we got to pay attention. You're absolutely right. It's 100% local.
Yes. Yeah. So pretty much we're coming up on a half hour. That's what we want to cover every Monday night from 8 to 8:30.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure there will be shows in the future that might shoot a little longer if we have people on. Thank you to the people that, that commented in.
Yes.
Thank you to the people that are watching. Now, next week, we won't be doing a show, correct?
Yeah, I'll be on vacation. In fact, I'm contemplating bringing my mic with me for the second Monday that I'll be away because I don't want to go 2 weeks, but we'll connect. It could be 2 weeks, so I might have to do it from
there you go.
Maine. We'll see.
That's the beauty of doing video live streaming and podcasting. All you need is internet. All you need is Wi-Fi.
That's it.
You can do it. You can do it from your car.
You can do it. Yeah, another good one.
Yeah, quick.
Yeah, quick to the point. Hopefully people got a lot out of it. And thanks for joining us. And we will see you in a week or two.
And if anybody has any topics, any show topics they want to talk about, any issues they want to discuss, either message me or Todd through Facebook message or hit me up on Facebook or Todd, and we'll be glad to listen to you. And we're always looking for good topics to talk about. Yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. We haven't even touched the trash issue.
Oh, yeah.
That's on the horizon.
That's on the horizon for sure.
But all right, buddy.
All right. We'll talk soon. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for paying attention. Now pay attention to your local politics.